Hey, welcome back to JazzTime. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, and trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so you can easily choose the best watch for yourself in the comfort of your own home. We offer the lowest prices anywhere online. If you'd like to know the price, simply click on the links in the description below. We greatly appreciate if you'd purchase your next watch from us at JazzTime.com. Today we'll be taking a look at the Rolex Datejust 36, one of the new models of 2021. This one, the palm motif dial on a silver dial with index hour marks, Everose Rollzor construction here. So you have the fluted bezel, Everose gold, as well as the oyster bracelet, also Everose gold with the stainless steel construction otherwise. Reference number 126231. This one, I'll be going over the case, the dial, the crown functions, as well as the bezel and the movement and the bracelet. I'll be giving my thoughts on these throughout this video. So starting off with this case, we do have the 36mm case. It's in the name, Datejust 36. From finger to thumb, that's the diameter, 36mm from 2 o'clock to 8 o'clock position. Also the same from the 10 to 4 o'clock position. You have the monoblock middle case with the screw down case back and the Rolex winding crown to ensure water resistance down to 100 meters or 330 feet below sea level. You have a full stainless steel construction here. As you can see, a nice high polish along the sides as well as on the front of this case. Makes it for a very nice presentation overall, and with the oyster steel gives it a very strong construction as well, second to none. Strong and beautiful. You also have the rose gold, Everose gold bezel, as Rolex likes to put it, basically the longest lasting rose gold on the market these days, and also mixed with a little bit of oyster steel as well to maintain that strength as would be required from Rolex. Originally, the fluted bezel was made with the intent of screwing directly onto the front of the case to ensure water resistance, but you know, technology over time sort of deemed that unnecessary. So now it's always kept as a mark of distinction, so whenever you see this, you know that it's a Rolex with the fluted bezel. That was making it in some sort of gold, and in this case, rose gold, to give it that little added sense of warmth and contrast. Looking at the dial here, the Everose gold, the hour marks for the index hour marks there, make it for a very good and easy read as well. And in the nighttime or in low light situations, you can see the Chromalight glowing very brilliantly as well. They're clipping my highlights on my monitoring here, so you'll be in good hands when you have this in low light situations. Turning the lights back on, you can see a little bit more of the details here. The Rolex crown, the hands as well as the settings for the hours, all 18 karat Everose gold, made it with a very, very nice sense of contrast here. If they were to use white gold, it would be much harder to see this dial, especially with the silver dial with the palm motif. There's a lot going on here, but it's not overwhelming. And that's a very good balance that Rolex have gone through to make this a very, very distinctive dial indeed. Certainly new for 2021, and I would consider this to be quite a high demand item. Kind of hard to get, but we can still get it for you at JazzTime. Taking a look here again at the dial here, we also have the date aperture at the 3 o'clock position. Basically, you can see it very clearly underneath the Cyclops lens mounted directly onto, well, not really mounted onto, but it's part of the sapphire crystal here, so you can see it nice and easily at a glance. Taking a look at the crown functions, just simply unwind the crown at 3 o'clock position. This allows you to wind the watch. So if you're at a dead stop, about 20 to 30 full winds gets you to the full power reserve. Rather simple there. Pull the crown out to the next position. You can advance the date forward. It's about a quarter turn per date. All right, so rather simple there. If you need to set your date manually, you can do so at any time of the day. Thanks to the updates to the movements within the Rolex Datejust line, you can set it at any time of the day without any damage to the movement. Pull the crown out to the final position. Note that the seconds hand does stop, so you can then place it, or place the minute hand, and by extension also the hour hand as well, based on the position of that seconds hand and the current time. All right, and thanks to the 36mm casing here with the index dial here, we also have a minute track at the peripheral of this dial. Makes it very easy to see, so you can set the time nice and easily. Set it wherever it needs to go based on the position of that seconds hand, and then just simply press the crown back in once it's nice and synchronized up to an atomic clock. Screw it back tightly against the case to ensure the superior water resistance. Rather simple there. All right. Now, what makes all of this work is the movement, the 3235 caliber made in-house by Rolex. That means you get the ±2 second per day time differential after casing, giving you the supportive chronometer certification as printed on this and every Rolex dial. Also, you have the center, hour, minute, and seconds hands for the functions, instantaneous date with the rapid setting, and stop seconds for precise time setting. Everything I just demonstrated using the crown functions. You also have the paramagnetic blue parachrome hairspring for the oscillator and high performance Paraflex shock absorbers. So what does that mean? That means you can basically get relatively close to circuitry, take a few bumps here and there. There's no effect on the movement, no effect on the timekeeping ability. It'll be keeping track of time just fine, no issue there. And thanks to all of the internal workings as well, you also have the bidirectional self-winding perpetual rotor mounted, center mounted onto the movement itself. So what that means is that basically once you've wound the watch manually using the winding crown, as I showed earlier, just simply put it on your wrist, and the natural movements of your wrist will keep that rotor moving and rotating about the center, which then winds the mainspring barrel so it charges the watch using the power reserve. The power reserve, approximately 70 hours for this watch, so basically you can set it down on a Friday evening, pick it back up Monday morning, ready to conduct business, no need to wind the watch. Just wear it all day Monday, and you're good to go. You'll be back to the full power reserve. And while I'm zoomed out here, you can also see the Oyster bracelet, flat 3-piece links across. Same construction as you would find with the case. The Everose Rollzor look here. Everose gold on these links with a satin brush finish on the outer steel links. You also have a nice high polish along the sides of those, satin brush finishing underneath. Feels very good on the wrist. You also have the Oyster folding clasp here, complete with my fingerprints, of course. To open it, just simply lift the top, unhooks it, nice and easy. You have the Rolex stamped logo on the inside, and you have the full steel construction as well. And the added benefit of the Oyster folding clasp is you do have the Easy Link 5mm extension. So when you have this watch sized perfectly to your wrist, just simply, well, your wrist will expand or contract over the duration of the day depending on your hydration levels or the temperature outside. So if that's ever an issue, just simply reach underneath the clasp here and pull it straight out, and there you go, another half Oyster link. So basically you can continue to wear your watch even when your wrist happens to swell imperceptibly on the outside, but when you're wearing a watch, you can definitely feel it. And when you no longer need it, you can just simply fold it back in on itself, press it back into the case, and it clips in very nicely. And while I'm here, I'll try it on and give you my thoughts. This is how it wears on my wrist, 7 inches in circumference. All right, and if you know me from my videos here on this channel, you'll know that 36mm is the sort of that nice sweet spot. So you get the full view of the casing, the dial, and the bracelet on the 12 and 6 o'clock sides. So I can see the entire assembly at a single glance. Very easy to read because the hour marks are not too big, not too small, and they're not spaced too far apart either. So everything is nice and concise here. It's within a very, very easy, nice field of view, and very easy to read as well. The palm motif look here, very distinctive, something that I would definitely want on a watch. Just having that a little extra bit of flair, and it's not too overt. It's a bit subtle here, and that's actually sort of the name of the game here. And basically, the details are there when you want them, but it sort of fades into the background when you no longer really need it. And that's basically all down to visual perception, and I'm not going to go into the psychology of that, but basically, it's absolutely beautiful and elegant in its own right. Taking a look down the wrist here, tiny little bit of space under the lugs. Not that that's an issue, because when you do have a smaller wrist, you will get a little bit more space. When you have a larger wrist, you'll get less space. For me, this one is just perfect. It's not, I wouldn't say that there's any overhang here, and it feels very comfortable. With the Oyster bracelet, plenty of space among these links, and with the zero tolerance that Rolex puts into their bracelets, they'll basically never pinch the skin, never pull out hairs. It feels very comfortable, and for the duration of the lifetime of the watch, they'll keep their distance so that there's no, undue pain or, suffering when wearing this, because it's absolutely comfortable. All right, and basically that's all I have to say about this watch. Let us know what you think down in the comments below about this Rolex Datejust 36 with the palm motif, the Everose Rollzor model, Everose and Oyster steel model. Reference number 126231 with the palm motif dial, index, hour marks, Oyster bracelet. Let us know down in the comments below. If you happen to enjoy this video, hit the like button. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell notification so you can be notified when we go live with another video like this one. And as always, if you'd like to purchase this watch or any other watch, visit our store at jazztime.com. Links in the description below, where you can get it for the lowest possible price anywhere online. If this one happens to sell and we don't have it sitting on our desk, we'll find one for you, no problem. Thanks for watching, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to model as seen in video, click on it and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.